So things have just continued progressively getting worse since we were last here. Formation change hasn't happened. We're starting to panic a little bit. Welcome back to Buxton 2.0. Yes, welcome back since we were last here. That games against Rochdale and Dagenham Redbridge. We lost 3-2 to Darlington, Maguire and Wheatley scoring this one, but we gave ourselves too much to do to come back. Wheatley's late goal brought it back to 3-2. But yeah, we were never really in this game. A couple of poor performances once again from players, and then it got even worse. We lost to Torquay 8-2. Couldn't believe what I was seeing. Murray and Blasic scoring for us. Marshall, Coley, Briggs and Marsh scoring for them. Jarvis getting 4. Yeah. Not good at all. We then drew 1-1 with Southend. Freddie Price scoring the goal for Sean Brisley, sent off in the 70th minute. Before this game, he came to us and said he wanted to play more games. So, okay, we'll bring bad form. What's the harm? Let's throw him in. Get sent off. First game. This is why you're not playing. We then lost 2-1 to Hartlepool. Gibson Hammond giving us a 7th minute equaliser after Melvin Lambert put them ahead in the 4th minute. But the 48th minute, he scored his second goal and gave Hartlepool all 3 points. Don't know why I said Torquay. It's Hartlepool. Completely different ends of the country. We then drew 1-1 with Hampton and Richmond. Game that we should have won. We definitely should have won. Edwards put them ahead in the 84th minute. Wheatley getting a 90th minute equaliser. And then a 4-1 defeat against Eastleigh. Hanks sent off in the 95th minute. Maguire scoring a penalty. Jello got a hat-trick for them. And Abrahams scored with a early penalty as well to give Eastleigh the win. And league-wise, it's not looking great. We're down in 17th place. Yes, we probably are safe. Anyway, 12 points there. There's still 10 games to play. And we're only 14 points off of playoffs, so we're just as likely to be playoff contention as we are to be relegated. And given that the club's ambitions for this season were just to avoid relegation, in reality it's been a good season. I just think of how well we're playing early on in the year that we perhaps should have been higher, and this end of season form, from mid to end season form, has really killed us. But maybe we just overperformed early on, and this is the league's way of levelling things out. Today we are starting off against York, who are up in 11th place. They are 9 points ahead of us. We are back with goals formation, but ahead of this game, I have changed things. We have actually gone for a 4-2-4, basically. Now wing backs on automatic instead of complete wing backs. The two central midfielders drop down into DM roles. We've got a ball with midfielders and then Segundo, Volante, and Blasic. Can't particularly play there, but I still think he's our best option, so he'll grow into it. Gibson, Hammond and Price on the wing are now on support, and Wheatley up front alongside target forward Harry Smith. We've gone to a more balanced style. We've taken a lot of instructions off. We are tempted to hit early crosses, actually. I think we are going to hit early crosses. Almost sort of reinventing our style a little bit in this. And I honestly don't think it's going to work, but I don't know what else to do. To be perfectly honest with you, we just concede far too many. And yeah, I'm going to take the pressure off them. I'm not expecting to beat York, but I just want a good performance, basically. So York unbeaten in the last 5, 3 wins and 2 draws in that. And obviously we are away from home as well. If we're going by our recent form, this game should be a draw because we're just flip-flopping between losses and draws. I do think if we can put a couple of wins together, we are going to be looking at top half of the table. come the end of the season. Just main aim is to pull away from relegation, so make sure that we are safe by the end of the season. Anything after that, we can worry about after that. See if the players aren't fully fit, and Price has taken a knock and it's a calf strain, so we are going to very early take Price. Or actually, it doesn't have the injury icon. We could possibly leave him on. Hughes the other side, can come off. Hosanna is going to come off him. I don't particularly want to risk a calf strain, so we are going to take him off. So 10 minutes into the game, we are making 2 changes, both of them sort of injury related. Not quite how I envisaged to start this game going. Thomas floats a free kick in, and they've hit the bar with the header. Monroe clears, but only back to Thomas. Can he get the ball back in? It's Waters. Mafuta hits one, and it's a good save from Roberts to push it over the bar. Not ideal. It's a corner to defend, and the highlight continues. Thomas once again to deliver towards the near post. Monroe heads out. Can Wheatley get there? Yes, he can, but he gives it straight back to Thomas. He's going to chase him down, which I quite like to see. Sanders back to Potts, and that's the end of that highlight. They've taken Durloff injured as well early on, and obviously they've got Thomas on that knock as well. Hurst plays it across to Thompson. Here's Mafuta out to Fallowfields. Back into Hurst, Thomas, and they're playing some decent little football there between them. Paya comes across to cover that and should get rid of it, and he does, and he finds a decent ball towards Wheatley, but Fallowfield wins the header. Thompson beats his man, Mafuta to Hurst. Out for Crooks. Can't find Robinson. Hosanna finds Gibson Hammond. Over to Maguire. Blasic has space, and he's going to bring it forward. Now finds Monroe, who also has space. First time to Tasdemir. Looks to beat his man, goes out wide to Monroe. Can he find a cross? He can towards Gibson Hammond. Wheatley's now ahead, just wide. And decent move that. Decent move. It was patient. And we are probably crossing the wrong person there. We probably should be crossing to Smith, who tries to win that ball in the air, sends his man flying. Advantage is played, and York go back to the goalkeeper, Folks. We should win that ball, and Hosanna volleys it clear. Mafuta, Robinson. Back out to Crooks and Potts. Sanders now looks forward towards Hurst. Apaya wins the header. Blasic knocks it out for Tasdemir. And the overlap is on here. Tasdemir bringing it centrally. Tries to find a through ball for Wheatley. Finds him. One touch. He beats the keeper and he finds the back of the net. His 25th goal of the season. And we have the lead after 27 minutes of this game. Wonderful ball from Tasdemir. It's a great run from him, to be fair. He saw a bit of space to run into. Drove forward, and this is a wonderfully timed ball. Wheatley's first touch, I was questioning, but the keeper, for some reason, dives for it instead of going down at his feet. So, yeah. Let's always ignore that. I know he's being played the position. He's struggling for fitness. Thomas with the corner. Near post, Robinson's headed just over the bar. Don't know if we take Blasic off. I think we leave him on at half time. But he probably will be the one making way in the second half. Though apparently Paya's struggling as well. He isn't playing fantastic. Very good. Let's keep it up. And do we take... I think we're going to whip some crosses in. Instead, I think that is what we're going to do. We're not going to make any changes at half time. But we'll see how we get on early on in this half. And consider what change we are going to make. Crooks finds Waters. Over to Potts and Mafuta. Crooks hits one early on. That's going to run straight through to Roberts. Easily claims. Takes his time. And distributes downfield for Smith. Doesn't win the ball. Hurst to Thompson. He looks over the top and Robinson has a bit of room here. And there's a man in the centre and it's a poor touch on Waters. I don't know if it's a touch or a shot. Either way, it was pretty poor and it runs straight into the hands of Roberts. We are going to go make a change now, and we are going to take off Blasic for Brookwell. Yeah, that is what we are going to do. Just give the extra legs in midfield. It's a free kick from Moran. Could be a bit too far out. Roberts gets his fingertips on it. I'm not sure it was going in, but he just makes sure. Pushes it out for a corner ball. Hurst to deliver. And Apaya heads clear. Wheatley should get there. Does. Looks to beat his man, but crowded out in the end. And we are probably doing a bit of a job on them. Fair enough, statistically, we are relatively even. We've got a better XG. But virtually all of the highlights have been for York. And with 20 minutes to go, we are going to throw some praise our way. Maguire with the free kick for us. Headed clear. Mafuta doesn't get there. Brookwell gets there before him. Into the area, but Mafuta quickly back to win the ball back. Clears downfield. Moran wins a header, but nobody forward for him. Smith knocks it down to Brookwell. Smith may have been offside. What a strike that is from Niall Brookwell. If the flag stays down, which it has, it's 2-0, and what a goal that is from Brookwell. And that is why Smith is in the game to win these headers. It's a great ball forward from Mallon. Lovely little knockdown, and this touch, and then this strike from Brookwell is world class. There is no other way to put it. What a goal that is. It gives us a 2-goal advantage, and 10 minutes to go. I think they deserve some more praise. We're probably going to concede from this highlight now. Brookwell, loose touch. Waters finds a great ball for Hurst. Monroe has to get a touch on that and does. Hurst drills the ball in there. Moran, I think it loops up over Mallon and out for a corner ball. I don't like that. Apaya's complacent on a 6.4. Smith back there doing his defensive work now. Waters finds the ball to Hurst. It's a lovely pass. Hurst into Robinson first time, and it is 2-1. And York are perhaps back into this game. And we are going to go a bit more cautious now. This ball from Waters, by the way, is superb. Vision to spot Hurst is open. And then he just pokes it across to Robinson, who gets there first ahead of the goalkeeper, fires it past him into the bottom corner. It's 2-1. Can we hold on? I imagine York are going to put a lot of pressure on us here. They've got 3 additional minutes. Can we find a goal? Will time tick out? It will run out. We get back to winning ways. And we had to work very, very hard for that. We did have to work very hard for that. Probably not deserved. But they're the sort of games where you have to get stuck in. You have to do the hard work. And we come out with a wonderful victory against York. Moves up a place to 16th in the league. And now it's just 11 points off the playoffs. Yes, Solihull Moors have a game in hand. But we are starting to look more above us than we are below us, which is crucial for us. With Solihull Moors actually winning in the FA Trophy. Our second game of this episode will be against Altrincham, and that is coming right up. One thing that I didn't notice coming into this game, Altrincham are top of the league. This is not going to be an easy game at all. It's going to be fun. Let's just put it that way. We are going with one change from last time out. So we've got Roberts in goal. Hosanna comes in for Hughes, who isn't fully fit for this game. Mallon, Apaya, Monroe have completed the back four. Maguire and Blasic are the 2 DMs. Gibson, Hammond and Price are on the wings. Harry Smith and Ethan Wheatley up top for us this game. It probably would have been unchanged if Hughes hadn't had that injury. He'll be fine, obviously, for the next game. He probably could have played this game, to be fair, but we don't want to risk him. And to be fair, Hosanna came in last time out and was brilliant. So there we go. We put some pressure on Apaya and Roberts, who were complacent. They now motivated and inspired, but now I've made Gibson Hammond complacent. So Great work. Us with 1 win, 2 draws, 2 defeats in our last 5. We know our formation. Altrincham come to us not in great form, to be honest with you, but playing a 4-4-2 as well. So it's going to be interesting. They're currently 4 points clear of Rochdale at the top, but Rochdale do have a game in hand. So it's a crucial game for them as well. But we are the home team. Hopefully we can play a little bit better against York. Admittedly, we did play well, but York did sort of dominate that game. But if we can continue to be solid at the back, then I think we're in a decent chance. Corner to defend. Murray's going to deliver this. Drilled in, and Cooper wins the header, and Hosanna clears off the line. And that is such a crucial block there. Back to Murray. Osborne, space to shoot, fires over the bar. An early warning sign for us there, but Hosanna alive to the risk. We're going to encourage the team. Osborne looks to bring it forward. Maguire steps in to win the tackle. Plays it to Smith, whose touch is poor, but Case back to him, gets the ball forward, and Wheatley manages to get past the tackle, but only can find it in the hands of Draper. Smith did well there after initially losing the ball. Ball downfield, a pious header. Maguire out to Wheatley first time. Smith back to Wheatley. This is a huge chance. Ethan Wheatley, 26th for the season. It is 1-0 to Buxton. It's a great finish. And Maguire there winning the ball back in midfield was so crucial. First time on to Wheatley. Sorry, it was a Pyer winning the header. Wheatley then made his run. It was a wonderful through ball for Smith. It's his second assist for Smith in 2 games. Wheatley just tucks it past the keeper. Does the bird. Runs through his own man and doesn't need slide to celebrate. And 15 minutes into this game, we do have the lead. Can't envision it lasting long, I'll be perfectly honest with you. Baines looks to bring it forward and just plays it forward straight into the feet of Hosanna. Mallon to Maguire. Blazic fires it only against Osborne. Can't win the tackle back. Foul beats his man. Needs some help. Plays it back to Barrows. Across to Osborne, who hits... and it's just wide of the post. And Blazic, he's a young lad. So, you know, he'll learn. Ball's head at the back post. It is 1-1 from the corner. As I was saying about Blazic, he'll learn when to release the ball, when to take that chance. And it's disappointing that we have conceded from a corner, because we do have quite a tall defensive team, especially to beat a Pyer in there. Foul must be pretty big. How big is he? He's 6'5". Pyer, 6'3". Yeah, he's a big guy. We are back level at 1-1. Again, can't complain too much. Board and fans were both excited to be ahead of this game. I am not expecting anything, I'll be perfectly honest with you. Just don't want to get destroyed. Lundstrom chips one forward. Fowle's going to chase that, but Monroe takes a loose touch. Foul fires in for his second goal of the game, and Monroe has to take the blame for that. It's such a poor touch in his own area, and just like that, we are 2-1 down. We have demanded more. I don't know what he's doing. It's a great finish from Fowl. Take nothing away from it, that angle. Roberts perhaps should have stayed on his feet. I mean, he was offside as the ball is played, but for me, this is a deliberate touch. It resets the offside. And, yeah, defensive mistake allows them to get in, take the lead. And as you probably expect, statistically, they are dominating the game. But I think if we can keep Fowl quiet in this second half, we have a chance. I'm going to tell them to get their acts together. And do we make any changes at half-time? Price isn't playing the best. I think Tasdemir is going to come on for him again. But apart from that, do we... I'm going to take Blazic off Brookwell as well. Brookwell was superb last time out also. So we're going to bring on a couple of the players who perhaps changed the game for us last time out and see what they can do for us here. We're going to throw a bit of encouragement out there. Brookwell is struggling to meet the pace of the match. It's not ideal, but Tasdemir looks to bring it forward. Finds Smith. He's perhaps a bit deeper than I'd like. Maguire tries one over the top for Wheatley, and that ball perhaps wasn't on. There was a man spare. Here is Wheatley though into the area. Pulls it across. Gibson Hammond. It's a tap in. It's 2-2. Gibson Hammond gets around the back of his man, taps home, and we are back level. I think it's wonderful from Wheatley. Perhaps that ball was on in the end. It was Tazdemir, plays that ball into space, finds Wheatley, who does well. And Gibson Hammond just gets in between his man and the centre back. And as soon as he gets round his man, he isn't going to miss one there. Back on level peggings. We've only had, well, I was going to say we've only had 3 shots on target. We've had 4 on target now. We have scored with 2. Maguire's ball from deep, headed clear by Hall. Apaya wins the header, but nobody where that one was, and nobody where that ball forward is. Monroe across to Mallon, first time to Brookweller and Maguire. Looks over the top for Tazdemir. Across to Smith, who hits the bar. And I expected the flag to go up, and it didn't. Smith, it was a huge chance from him. We are going to encourage, and who do we take off here? I think Apaya and Hughes comes in for him. Or do we drop Brookwell back? Brookwell 6-2. Hughes is 5-11. We're going to drop Brookwell back. Bring on Mel Harlow there. I'm just thinking with Foul being the height he is, it could be a crucial end to this game. We're going to go cautious. No, we're not, because we're doing things. Barrows with a throw in. We didn't go to cautious before this highlight started, so header straight into the hands of Roberts. If you can look downfield, Smith has acres of space. Instead, Roberts takes his time, allows people to get forward, looks for Smith, who doesn't win the header. Collins, Denanga, back to Murray. Collins, Hosanna does well, but then takes a loose touch. And Foul gets his hat trick, and I think we go very attacking. I think we're in this game, but with 4 minutes left, Hosanna's mistake. He did well to get back here, but I don't know what he's doing. Just put the ball out for a throw in. And Foul has scored 2 of the easiest goals he will ever score in his career. Actually, the second was a pretty good finish. And I think we are going to go down 3-2 to the top of the league. But that was defensive mistakes. It was defensive mistakes. Mallon and Monroe putting 6.1s. We are going to tell them we're not happy with that. That is much improved. I don't mind the defeat in that one. We perhaps should have held on for a point, but we cut out a couple of mistakes and we win that game. So fair play to Altrincham. I do think the change of tactic may have worked, but we've only played 2 games. It's very, very early at this stage to tell. We will see when we come back for the next episode, which will be the final 2 league games of the season. It'll be Solihull Moors up in 8th place and Bromley in 10th place. We'll see how the rest of the season is going forward when we come back for that one. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.